Welcome all to the second part of tribunals. Here we will see administrative tribunals for service matters, Article 323 capital A, which provides for the establishment of an administrative tribunal which exclusively talks about service matters. Law made by the Parliament for adjudication of disputes and complaints related to recruitment and conditions of service of the government servants under the central government and the state government. It includes the employees for any local or other authorities within the territory of India or under the control of the Government of India or of a corporation owned or controlled by the government. The establishment of such tribunal must be at the centre and the state level separately. For each state or for two or more states, the law must incorporate the provisions of the jurisdiction, power and authority to be exercised by the tribunal, the procedure to be followed by tribunals, the exclusion of jurisdiction of all the courts except the Supreme Court of India. When you see the tribunals of other matters under Article 323 capital B, which empowers the Parliament and the state legislature to establish tribunals for the adjudication of any dispute or complaint with respect to matters specified under Clause 2 of Article 323B. Some of the matters given under Clause 2 are levy of tax, assessment of tax, collection and enforcement of any tax, foreign exchange and exports, industrial and labor disputes, production or procurement, supply and distribution of foodstuffs, rent and its regulation and control and tenancy issues. Such law must define the jurisdiction powers of such tribunals and lays down the procedure to be followed. If you see the landmark case in Chandrakumar versus Union of India, the court reached various conclusions as to jurisdictional power of the tribunals constituted under Article 323A and 323B. The Supreme Court struck down the Clause 2D of the Article 323A and the Clause 3D of the Article 323 capital B on the ground that they could exclude the jurisdiction of the High Court and the Supreme Court under Article 226 and 227 and 32 respectively. The Supreme Court ruled that the tribunal created under Article 323A and 323B would continue to be the courts of the first instance in their respective areas for which they are constituted. The litigants are not allowed to approach the High Court directly by overlooking the jurisdiction of the concerned tribunal. No appeal for the decision of the tribunal would lie directly before the Supreme Court under Article 136 in special leave petition. But instead, the aggrieved party would be entitled to move to the High Court under Article 226 or 227. After the decision of the division bench of the High Court, the party may approach to the Apex Court under Article 136 special leave petition. Now we will see the distinction between courts and tribunal. Courts. A court of law is a part of the traditional judicial system. Administrative tribunal is an agency created by statute endowed with judicial power. The court of law is vested with general jurisdiction as to the overall matters. It deals with service matters and is vested with limited jurisdiction to decide a particular issue. It is strictly bound by all the rules of evidence and by the procedure of the Code of Civil Procedure. It is not bound by the rules of the Evidence of Act and the CPC unless the statute which creates the tribunal to impose such an obligation. It is presided over by an officer of expert in the law. It is not mandatory in every case that the member need to be trained or an expert in law. The decision of the court is an objective in nature, primarily based on the evidence and materials produced before the court. The decision is subjective at times and it may be decided as to matters taking into account the policy and expediency. As to laws, we can see that it is bound by precedents and principle of res judicata and the principle of natural justice. But if you see a tribunal, it is not obligatory to follow precedent or a principle of res judicata, but the principle of natural justice need to be followed. It can be decided by the validity of legislation. It cannot be decided by the validity of a legislation. The court do not follow investigatory or inquisition functions. Rather, it decides the case on the basis of evidence. Many tribunals perform their investigatory function as well as along with the quasi-judicial function. Thank you.